This is John Scrutter with BehindThePanels.com, and we're here with Janet Lee, artist of The Dapper Men. How are you doing, Janet?
I'm good, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your work.
I am the world's only decoupage comic book artist, I think. I did a book called Return of the Dapper Men that was all done in decoupage. And currently, and then did two Jane Austen adaptations for Marvel Comics. And I'm currently working on the sequel to Return of the Dapper Men called Time of the Dapper Men.
Now, that process, that art process, what does that entail exactly?
Basically, I take blocks of wood, I paint them with house paint. Sometimes I'll layer on pages from old books, art paper, things like that. Then I will do original sketches, ink them, color them, cut them out, and glue them all down onto the board on top of everything. So it ends up being this sort of collage piece that's also a comic book. So
it sounds very tedious.
It's actually, I thought, I had never done artboard before. Return to the Dapper Men was my first comic. So I thought when I started doing the Jane Austen stuff for Marvel, it would actually be a lot easier and faster. It's actually about the same amount of work for me because I have to plan more. I sort of think of the Return to the Decoupage stuff as being like it's like making soup. It's very organic. You just sort of start throwing things in, whereas doing artboard is baking. You have to construct a little bit more and plan ahead. So, if I mess up something in decoupage, I can stick a flower on it and it's all good, or gear. So it's easier in a way. It takes about the same amount of time.
How did you get into the business?
Very oddly, I was a gallery artist in Tennessee and very good friends with Jim McCann, who used to work for Marvel. And he used to come and visit his family every year in Nashville, and each year he would sort of look at some art that I'd done. One particular year, he came and found 3 pieces of art that he really liked, and wrote a story around them and asked me to do it. And when we pitched it to Archaia, they said, go for it. So that's how I got into the business.
And how's the experience at Archaia been?
It's been really good. They make such beautiful things. It's hard not to be, there's never any room for complaint. They're gorgeous books.
What kind of future projects do you have lined up?
Can't talk about too many of them. Time of the Dapper Men's eating a lot of time right now. I've got a memoir project and a historical fiction project that's based on the womanthology story I did that are in the works. Hopefully those will be coming soon. And other than that, just having a lot of fun with Time of the Dapper Men.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You never know where to look with the camera.